a subject that I think is really important to our community. It's something that gets overlooked quite often, and it's really a key component of the sustainability plan. It's around food system. So with us today, we have Chris Babis, who's going to be talking about a community food systems approach for building resiliency. And Chris is the Urban Land and Water Program Manager for Green Spaces Alliance of South Texas. He received a Master of Water Resources degree from the University of New Mexico in 2016. As a graduate student, he worked as a research assistant for the Department of Economics, Science, Impact Laboratory for Policy and Economics, SILP, and as an agricultural planning consultant for the Alamosa Land Institute. Chris has over 10 years of sustainable agricultural experience and earned a certificate of agroecological design from UC Berkeley. In 2008, Chris and his wife Amy began Common Thread Community Farm, a 40-acre, 350-member, non-certified, organic community-supported agriculture social enterprise in upstate New York. Throughout his professional experiences, Chris has come to understand the importance of the creation and maintenance of multifunctional rural and urban landscapes that integrate sustainable farming techniques to improve food and water security and enhance the ecological health and aesthetics of the environment. And so with that, please welcome Chris.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and on behalf of Green Spaces Alliance, thank you to the City of San Antonio and to the Office of Sustainability for thinking of Green Spaces Alliance. Over the last several decades, researchers and practitioners across multiple disciplines have articulated the complex nature of food systems. Disciplines like economics, philosophy, nutrition, planning, agricultural science, and they've also included theoretical analysis. These system elements include food production, processing, distribution, and consumption. They're integrated into the food systems approach. They're integrated into the food systems approach to enhance all realms of society, social, environmental, and economic. By including the word community, there's an emphasis on strengthening the existing and developing new relationships among all resources and all elements within the food system. The Nexus framework for water, energy, and food suggests that multiple resources are interconnected and are in turn linked to policy and management frameworks that are embedded within broader political processes. The multi-scale integrated approach means systems thinking and integrated solutions into resource use and management and development. Understanding the complex social ecological systems can help us better understand resilience and also identify key characteristics of resilient systems, including self-organization, and also how do these resilient systems respond to stressors, including externalities like rapid urbanism, population growth, or climate change. So how do human societies deal with change or disturbance within social ecological systems? And how can systems capacity be built to adapt for change? And in turn, how can that change help shape our sustainability? Well, the answers to these questions aren't simple. They'll require foresight, planning, and innovation. But they're very important. Food systems problems, being that they're of complex coupled social ecological systems, will have a huge impact not just on our daily lives, but also on our public health, economies, and food security. For those of you that aren't familiar with Green Spaces Alliance, we're a 501c3 nonprofit based out of San Antonio with the mission to sustain the natural environment and enhance urban spaces through land conservation, community engagement, and outreach. The three principal programs of Green Spaces Alliance are land conservation and stewardship, Picture Your World, which is a youth photography program that connects individuals with their natural world, and Green Spaces' most recent program, Urban Land and Water. Now, many San Antonians are familiar with Green Spaces' role in developing community gardens. Over the past 12 years, we've worked with other nonprofit organizations, foundations, non-government and government entities to develop over 44 community gardens throughout the city. These community gardens are civic institutions, and in some ways they're icons for what civic agriculture could be and is. They provide respite from busy day-to-day life in an urban environment. They also provide opportunities to improve or increase access to fresh local fruits and vegetables grown organically or otherwise. But they're also important for many other reasons. They provide educational and outreach opportunities to a broad demographic of people, including broad age ranges. They connect people with the land, and they also connect people with tangible skills and resources pertaining to how to grow food and also nutrition. The Urban Land and Water Program is GSA's newest program. The Community Gardens Network is now integrated into that program. And GSA sees this as an opportunity to pivot from a single issue and to focus on a broader platform that has the ability for GSA to capacity build, partner with new social enterprises, or to be engaged in the community in ways that were not contemplated 10 years ago. This new program will include land conservation and enhancement in an urban setting to include native and sustainable landscapes, community food systems, which will include not only community gardens, but urban farm production, food forests, edible landscapes. In addition, this program will also include water conservation and enhancement so that Green Spaces Alliance can further extend its reach and begin to engage in more ecological restoration, as well as providing for enhancement of water resources through protection of in-stream flows. So the broader challenge that I propose to you today is to find ways to get connected, to find ways to participate, to share in the challenges of solving complex problems, to seek out partnerships and collaborations. When we leverage our human capital and our social capital and our physical capital that's currently embedded within the networks, we can do so much more. We can achieve more with less. If you sign up with GSA today, you can get involved immediately. This would be the more direct call to action. We can always use volunteers at our community gardens, and your impact will be felt immediately. Your impact will also be long-lasting because it will help these community gardens be financially viable for the long term. There are other ways to get involved too. You can follow us on social media, and we would really like you to consider joining us next spring for a small series of events that will be aimed at identifying and documenting some of the current challenges and barriers within the current state of the food system. Really appreciate your time, and I look forward to any questions afterward. Thank you.